They alive?
Two of them. They blended in the thing so you can't see them. I mean, like this one, like that. And they're just sitting there.
As you all know, you haven't known that I am going through this. I have been trying to tell the world this for a while, but it's such a personal journey. You have to kind of do it on your time and not because you feel like other people need to know. Hey my Luuxies, it's your girl Paris Chanel. Paris is Chanel, so y'all know it's real. I know a lot of y'all may not know me, and this is almost the intro to my YouTube because I've never actually introduced myself. So pretty much I'm here to tell you all that today, April 12th, 2025, is the 1 year of my breast cancer diagnosis. So we are here walking with some of my friends who were able to be in town and make it. I know most of my girlies, my guys are out of town, but the ones that were supposed to be here today, they made it. So some of the other ones who had to work sent me videos, so I definitely appreciate that. But just to tell you a little bit about who I am, first, I am a breast cancer warrior. We fighting this thing the holistic way. It's not everybody's favorite way, but it's the way that God told me to choose. And I'm very in tune with God. So I'm doing what's best for me. I know that's not everybody's favorite thing, but I do want to be able to talk about my journey and different things like that, so that you all can see the things that I've chosen to do and, you know, to get through this journey. I am an international model, so some of you may have seen my Playboy cover for Playboy South Africa. I've modeled for La Official India, and done some other things. I did some stuff with Maxim South Africa, GQ, oh my gosh, FHM. The girl has been doing her thing, so I've been modeling since I was 12. So now, ooh child, it made me feel old. So I also do brand ambassador and promotional modeling work, and I can do videos diving a little bit more into those things, just so y'all kind of know a little bit more about what that is. And I'm such a family girly. Like, I have 3 nephews, beautiful boys, ton of personality. No kids of my own. I'm single, not married, letting husband find me, but I do want to be married. So yeah, that's a little bit about who I am. If y'all have any more questions, this is the intro to your girl's YouTube. So just so y'all can know who I am and just give y'all a little bit of background, since I never actually did that. And y'all see me fighting this cancer journey day by day, because it's what it is day by day. I did not choose the chemotherapy route, not for it. And I'll tell y'all about my success stories throughout this process, and also the failures and things that I went through with going to the doctor and getting a biopsy, and the things I wish I would have known beforehand after doing my research and experiencing the things that I've experienced. I've definitely been having some issues with my skin, and different things that have continued to pop up throughout this journey, based upon some of the PET scans I've had, CAT scans I've had, and things that have been put into the dye. So it's gonna be a wild ride, y'all, but we've made it to 1 year. Your girl's still alive, thriving, and I'm so glad to be here. And I thank God Almighty for blessing me to still be here, see life, see my nephews grow up, and just be able to enjoy myself, because quality of life is more important to me than being like stuck in a bed. I've heard that more people have died from chemo than cancer itself. I've heard people live long lives, you know, after choosing to do it the holistic way, and not, you know, go through the chemotherapy route. So stay tuned for my journey. I can't wait for y'all to see everything, and you know, you're gonna see the real, the raw. And I think this is the first time y'all be seeing me like this, because you know, everything on social media is trying to be so polished, because I came from the modeling side. It's a little different. I'm used to like the polished situation, so now it's time for the real, the raw, and I hope y'all here for this journey. Oh, and just to let y'all know, your girl is a travel travel, luxury, and fashion, and also into the film and TV route of things. So y'all be able to see that as well as a part of the journey. So you'll see me going to premiere screenings, going to different events with different brands and stuff like that. So it's gonna be fun, y'all. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be fun. And I'm just here, glad to share it all with you. So stay tuned and love y'all. See you next time.
I remember getting, I think we were in person or on the phone, and she told me she had a lump that they had to go off. They had to do biopsy, send it off, so we could just make sure everything is good. So I immediately started praying, just saying that we just gonna cast out the negative. We gonna pray. We gonna make sure everything is good. It's gonna come back negative. I remember her calling me. No, she sent out a text message. I remember I was at work on lunch, and I got a text that she said the biopsy came back and she tested positive. It tested positive for breast cancer. And my heart just like shattered into a million pieces. I was in the car ugly crying. And I just started praying. Just praying for her health immediately. Praying for strength. Praying for strength for me so I won't call her crying. I did try to FaceTime her. She didn't answer, and she was saying that it was so many people still calling and FaceTiming to, call her. So we talked a little bit after, but I could definitely say this is a different journey that she's going on, because I do know people who do have cancer, and they do the chemicals and the I forgot what it's called. They do the chemicals and they go and they get the treatment and stuff done, but she's not doing it. She's going to healthy route, the vegan route. And it's amazing to see that she's doing all of this her way and she's still here. And it's just simply amazing. So I will say, first of all, I'm proud of you for not immediately going along with the chemo and radiation. Like, I'm proud of you for going out and doing your own research and doing this the way that you want to do it, the way that your body needs it to do. I'm so proud of you for doing that. I would just say, keep it up. I can imagine that it is hard, but I would just say, keep it up with all of the work that you're doing to stay on the path that you are on. I would just say, keep praying. I will also keep praying, because I pray for you about this every day. I will also keep praying. I just want you to do whatever it is that you feel in your heart you need to do to keep this going. I'm very proud of you for how far you've come, and God got you always, and I got you always. And I know I might not have all the answers. I might not be able to give you what you feel you need, but I am very proud of you for how far you come. And I don't know if I can cuss, but I know we gonna kick cancer ass, okay? And I'm proud of you, and I love you. And that's it for me.
She told me it was a possibility that she may have cancer. Initially I went blank. I was like, I didn't really know what to think about it. It was devastating to know that cancer does exist in all facets or whatever, but it's devastating to know that somebody you love, care for, had emotional times with, had good times with, was affected by it. Initially I was, I had a blank moment, but I think I went straight into support mode with, you don't know what God has planned for you. And with this diagnosis, it's not the end of your life. It's more of that wake-up call of, your life has to change, but it's not over. I instilled that into her, like when she got the diagnosis, when we found out the possibility, and then she had the diagnosis. That was devastating. It was devastating. I never would have imagined it. I never want to wish that on anybody. But regardless of the diagnosis, Shay is gonna be Shay. Shay is gonna be Shay. She's gonna be an amazing person. She's gonna have a beautiful smile. She's gonna be the life of the party. And instead of remembering her as a person with, breast cancer, I'm just gonna remember her as Shay, regardless. And I think that's the best way to do it. It's not gonna be it's gonna be a sad moment. She may, be tired or something like that, but I'll be there to support her just like she supported us through all of our highs and lows. And That's the least we can do. We can do more. That's the least we can do. And I want to send a message to everybody that's dealing with something of this nature. Your life is not over. Your life is not over. I don't want you to get into the mindset of this is impossible because, even though it's cliche, impossible means impossible. So wherever your mindset, your dreams, your ambitions are, all of that stuff's still possible. It's not a crutch. It's not something that's going to hinder you from achieving your dreams or none of that. It's just something you're going to have to live with. And we live it to the fullest. We live it to the fullest. Love you, Shay.
All right. So when I first found out the news of my dear high school friend who has literally never changed, has always been the same, charismatic, friendly, nice, funny, and honest with you no matter what, told me that she was diagnosed with cancer. It did hit home even closer because I had a cousin who was diagnosed the year previously, and he passed away last year. So to hear someone else who I'm close to have that, I didn't know how to feel. Because it's like, Lord, I've already went through these emotions already. Here we go again. But I'm a firm believer in faith. And I know that God makes no mistakes. And everything happens for a reason. But the power of prayer. And praying for nothing but the best, but at the same time letting God's will be done. In moments like that, it kind of has me questioning certain things. But again, my faith is strong, and I prayed that God would make a way for my friend. And by the grace of God, He did. So where we didn't have to hear any more bad news. It was already hard enough with her losing her grandmother, losing loved ones and friends during COVID, dealing with your own personal issues, and then that being added on top of it. I commend her for showing strength and courage and still staying charismatic. Let God's will be done, because I know God makes no mistakes. And I love you so much. I'm so happy that we did reconnect after high school. And I'm blessed that we still have each other in our lives. I hope that you continue to prosper. I hope that you continue to be successful. And you stay your happy, beautiful self with your beautiful smile. And even though I'm the friend where it's like, I'm gonna love you and I might not come around as much, but when we do check in, it feels as if we saw each other a little yesterday. And I hope that that connection still stays strong for many years to come. And I love you.
Hello, my name is Tabitha, and me and Paris have been friends for about a year or two. about a year or two now. We met through the job. She used to come into my job and sit with me, and we would always have a great time. You are such an awesome spirit. You have such a wonderful personality, and that's the first thing that I knew about you. A lot of the time when people come in there, they get just the work Tabitha, just the work version of me. Of course, it is my job, so, you know, but we actually kind of connected in a different way. So whenever I would see you, I would be genuinely happy to see you, actually. That's my girl, here she comes, you know? So that's how we began our friendship. I know when you first came to me and told me what was going on, I was surprised, because I guess you're always kind of surprised when you hear news like that from anybody. But my first train of thought, just because I do try to live a holistic lifestyle, my first train of thought was, okay, how can I encourage her in a holistic way? So those were our first conversations that we had when you first came to me and told me what was going on. Of course, as always, I just want to give you all of the love and support that I can. We love you, and we love to see you out here doing well. And we're here for you through everything. And if I could just give you some encouraging words, I would just say, you know, just keep doing what you're doing. Josiah, your friend Josiah, was trying to get away from us for a minute. Matter of fact, let me bring him so you can see him. He wants to give you some smiles and some love as well. I don't know if you can see him right here. There he is. So yes, just keep on doing what you're doing as far as staying positive and keeping positive people around you. Always just try to block out anything that you feel is not aligned with that. Of course, just keep your faith, keep your trust in God during these times. I know I don't have to tell you that, because I know that that's just who you are and that's how you are too, but just to encourage you even more, just as a sister, you know, in Christ as well. And just find what brings you happiness and what brings you peace. As always, I wish you the best. With love, Tabitha and Josiah.
All right, y'all, so I'm walking with my loved ones. It got them blurred. I'm gonna turn on a regular video in a second, but so pretty much we are walking at Shelby Farms because this was kind of what I did like 2 to 3 times a week when I found out I was diagnosed or whatever. It was like my place of peace and just like tranquil, and it was just quiet, you know, gave me a chance to like hear my thoughts and, you know, just really like connect with God and stuff like that. So it was a huge part of my journey and still will be, especially since the sun is back out. Your girl struggled all through winter and my body felt it too, like it completely was a different transition. So just to be back out in the sun and able to, you know, let Mother Nature do its work and help me through this health journey I have going on is just really important to me. And so I'm just glad all of my people came out with me today. A lot of my folks couldn't make it because they either live out of town, they are out of town, or it was just too last minute because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. And this was, I mean, it was what it was supposed to be. You know, whoever's supposed to be here is here. And, you know, all of my other people who couldn't make it, some of them are sending me videos via text. I think I got like 2 of them already, so I'll drop those in the video as well. As you all know, you haven't known that I am going through this. I have been trying to tell the world this for a while, but it's such a personal journey. You have to kind of do it on your time and not because you feel like other people need to know. Just like whenever you feel like you're ready. And I feel like what better way to commemorate it than it being the 1 year since I was diagnosed, which is today, April 12th. 2025. I was diagnosed last year, April 12th, 2024. So yeah, just walking and enjoying this So the thing is, we everybody in there wave, y'all.
Too black.
I didn't realize it wasn't that wide. I thought you was in the video the whole time.
A lot of spam in the game. A lot of spam.
Oh my god.
What it do, P? I love you, girl. Okay, so what was my initial reaction when I found out you had breast cancer? I was like, my sister ain't got no cancer. We ain't even claiming it. Yeah, they said that this was your diagnosis, but we not speaking on it. Like, you ain't got it. That's just how I felt the whole time. I was like, my sister don't have this. You know, of course, it hurt. You know, when reality sets in, it hurts because it's like, dang, we just lost our grandma to this. Like, dang, we done lost cousins and uncles and aunts to this, and things of that nature. So cancer as a whole, you know, just that word, you know, the reaction is just like, but just me being who I am, me being an optimistic person always, it's just like, nah, my sister don't have that, you know, nah, you know, our mom, she's dealt with having it, you know, so everything just was like shocking at that moment. Any encouraging words? My encouraging words to you is stay strong. You're gonna get through this. You ain't got it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, you know. You're gonna get through this situation. You've been getting through it this whole time. So I know you're gonna get through it. And anyone else who's dealing with that, you know, of course, watch what you consume, everything you eat, your intake. Just look at these things. Read up on what you're eating. Because we noticed that a lot of these things that we're eating causes a lot of inflammation, a lot of mucus, a lot of buildup. So y'all, you know, hey, sometimes you gotta eat a rainbow. You know, people are like, what is that? You have to eat a rainbow. And when I say that, fruits and vegetables, hey, drink your water. Drink, you know, if you, some people don't want to drink water, they would rather use their fruits as hydration. But to each his own. But I would recommend, you know, the rainbow diet. Go there. You know, you gotta love yourself enough to want your life to change for the better, you know. And so y'all can do it. You can do it. With God, all things are possible. And I believe in you. And hey, this fight, hey, it's gonna be worth the fight, love.
Hey, I'm Liz, and I've been friends with Paris for years now. We've been best friends since undergrad. And when I found out the news that she was diagnosed with breast cancer, I was pretty much feeling everything. I was angry, I was sad, I was confused, I was scared, you know, not really sure how to approach it. Especially because she's so young. And it's really been a crazy year, watching her endure this as well as everything else that she's had to go through in her life, continuing to push forth in her career, continuing to help take care of and support her family. All of that has been amazing to watch. And I also just want to make sure that she's able to take the time for herself and honor her own journey and what she needs as far as rest and recovery and replenishment. If I could give any words of advice, it would be to give yourself grace, because I know you. I know how much you put on your shoulders. I know how much you carry around every day and wanting to make sure that everything is the best, not just for yourself, but for everyone who you love. I would say you work 100 times harder to care for the people you love more than you care for yourself. And I want you to make sure that you're giving yourself grace and understanding that resting is powerful. You deserve rest. You deserve those moments of calm and quiet to yourself where you might feel like you're not doing anything, because I know you're a mover and a shaker, and that's how you were built, and I can relate. But those moments when you are resting your body and you're taking time for yourself, when it feels like you're not doing anything, you are doing something. You're doing something for you, for your physical health, for your mental health and well-being. And I just want you to know how much I love you. So many people love you and care for you, and we're here to support you.
What's up, y'all? My name is Andrea, and for me, when I first first found out about Paris's diagnosis with cancer, my immediate reaction, of course, was tears. I felt, to be fully transparent, I was a little afraid for her, but also immediately thought to praying for her, praying with her, and just knowing she's such a fighter, she's such a warrior, she's so strong, she's always been so strong, and that she will get through this, and that it's not just Paris getting through it, but really us getting through it together, because I still to this day do check-ins with her just to see where her mental is while she's juggling things with her family and grieving and all that kind of stuff, and just the everyday life like everybody else. And so I would say to encourage Paris, I told you before, but girl, you got this. To anybody fighting cancer, it is a struggle, and I think, like, as someone who hasn't experienced cancer, I don't know what it's like, but what I do know is that a lot of it is mental. And so if you are telling yourself that I am going to beat this, it is a fight and you will beat it. And I'm very confident that Paris and whoever may be watching this will also fight this cancer, and I cannot wait for my good sis to ring that bell. I can't wait for you to be healed from this, and I love you so much. I'm so thankful for our friendship, and much success to you, much continued success to you. Love you, girl.
Paris, you are one of the most resilient and strong, admirable that I know. When I first found out that you had breast cancer, I was devastated. You were telling me about your awesome journey, about getting your PhD. We met at an amazing influencer event. We instantly bonded and connected, and the imaginable thought of having your light in this world gone really did break me. I am here for you every step of the way. You're not only fighting this battle with resilience and strength, you're doing it with grace. I know that you can overcome this, and with the love of me and your community, we are here for you. You have an army of people that love and support you, backing you every step of the way, and we will fight this together. I love you so much. Wishing you so much love.
Hey TikTok! No, just playing. That's how everybody be popping off with how the TikTokers and influencers be doing. I ain't got no 40 followers, but I'm gonna say, when I first heard the news about your diagnosis, I was real devastated and hurt because I didn't understand how or why. But like I said, then for the first time in my life, I felt like you really needed me, and there was nothing I really could do. I couldn't reverse the decision or the diagnosis. I couldn't stop it or block it. Couldn't pull it up out of you. So, you know, that's like one of the one times that, you know, I really just couldn't do anything, you know, in that moment to make it go away or ease the pain or whatever you want to call it. I just couldn't do it. So I was really hurt behind that. I just prayed throughout this process that you just continue to do right for yourself. If you ever need any help, you know, I'm here. You have a good support system. Like I said, with me losing two of my grandparents to cancer, I understand that it can be a difficult process, not just for you, but for others as well around you. So we just pray, you know, God keeps you, and that He removes this cancer from you safely, and that you just continue to live a prosperous life. You bring joy to so many people lives, and we just pray that you just continue to do so, and that God just watches over you in this whole process. And if you ever need anything, you know, I'm here. You have a lot of other families, friends, supporters who are going to support you throughout this process. And I just pray that you just stay prayed up, and just stay in good spirits. Don't let anything tear you down or bring you down, to add on to the toll that's already being taken on your body. So just stay in good spirits, maintain your peace, stay in good health. And like I said, if you need anything, just reach out.